Hi guys, it's me and Ezzy. We're gonna give you a quick 20 to 30 minute yoga sequence that you guys can do at home. Let's start off on our backs. So just relax. Try to turn your attention inwards. Let go of any thoughts. And just allow, fucking A. You can cut this out, right? Anyways, tap into the breath. If you practice your Ujjayi, smooth and even inhales and exhales through your nose, allowing the breath to stroke the back of the throat. So let's bend your knees, take your feet, soles of the feet to the mat, or just get a little stretch, taking the right ankle over the left. You can stay here, or you can interlace your hands underneath the left thigh and pull it towards you. Relax your shoulders down to the mat and keep your chest broad. Both feet are flexed. And you're beginning an external rotation in a passive stretch. So maybe you can use that outer hip to pull that right leg out and the knee towards the front. Just take a few breaths here. From here, release the interlace. You're going to take your right hand down to the mat on the side. Left hand goes to the base of the neck. Take an inhale and then exhale. Shoulders come up off the mat. Take another inhale and exhale. Try to bring your left elbow to the right knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale back to center. 2 more times, actually 3. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring it in. Try to take both shoulders off the mat. Last one. You're going to take the right sole of the foot over to the left side. And maybe cactusing or taking your arms into a T. Getting your first supine twist. Try to draw your knee, your right knee towards the ceiling. Getting the length on that side of the torso. Take it back to center, just switch sides. Left ankle over the right knee. Again, you can stay here, this could be enough, or you could interlace your hands and fingers behind your right thigh. Keep the shoulders relaxed down to the mat, chest is broad. Again, maybe using that outer hip muscle to draw the left knee out to the side and towards the front of your mat. Really beginning to engage that external rotation. Two more cycles of breath. Release the interlace. Right sole of the foot down to the mat. Left hand face down on the left side. Right hand to the base of the neck. Inhale, exhale, shoulders up. Take another inhale. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale takes you back to center. Exhale, take it in. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Back to center 3 more times for 5 total. 5 total. Last one. Take it nice and slow. Be mindful with your breath. Hug your knees to your chest and take a happy baby. Oh shiz, I forgot the twist. Left sole of the foot to the right as you twist your upper torso to the left. Relax the shoulders down. Expand at the chest. And again, try to get that left knee towards the ceiling. Take it to center, hug the knees to the chest, Apanasana, and then take it wide into your happy baby. Ananda Balasana. So soles of the feet are going to be towards the ceiling. You can take your hands outside the shins, behind the thighs, or to the outer edges of the feet. Again, you're relaxing your shoulders down. Chest is broad. Maybe the weight of the hands is taking the knees closer down. Maybe you can rock side to side. If you have someone next to you, I always say hi to your neighbor. Or if you're alone, you can say hi to your imaginary neighbor, like I do every day. Cross at the shins and rock and roll 2 to 3 times along your back until you find yourself in a tabletop. So in your tabletop, we'll demonstrate with Ezra. Shoulders are going to be stacking over the wrists, and your hips are over the knees. Knees are hip distance. You can have your toes tucked or untucked. I suggest tucked for more balance. And I like to teach cat-cow more like a spinal segmentation. So starting from the base of the pelvis, as you take an inhale, you're going to drop the frontal hip bones down and slowly work your way up to the thoracic spine, pulling the chest through that external rotation, slight lift in the gaze. As you exhale, you're going to draw your tailbone down towards the mat, draw the navel in, push the mat away so you get the protraction in the shoulders, chin to chest. Inhale, beginning from the base of the pelvis, slowly dropping the belly down, working your way up, articulating vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping that chest broad. Exhale, tailbone goes down, drawing the navel up and in, and getting that protraction in the shoulders, chin to chest. Flow through a few more on your own. Again, being mindful with your breath, moving with your breath. From here, we're going to take it to a neutral spine. Take the right foot back with the toes touching the mat and just rock forward and back, waking up the calves, waking up the hamstrings. Take it back to center. Inhale the right leg up, hip height. Push through the heel. And that leg is engaged, maybe wrapping that hip down so the hips are neutral to the mat. And then from here, you're going to externally rotate deep within the hip socket so your toes are faced out to the side. Make sure it comes from the hip and not from the ankle or the knee. And then you're going to take that knee out to the side. Inhale the left arm up and then cactus. Try to take the left elbow up as high as the right knee. You get that counterbalance. Draw the navel in and try to lengthen the spine, pulling the sternum through. You're going to get the balance as you lift that left elbow. The right knee rises a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, set it down. Left foot steps back. You're on the toe mounds, rocking forward and back. And then find yourself in a neutral position. Inhale, left leg comes up hip height. If you feel like you're overarching your back, you could lower that leg a little bit. And then from here, you're going to externally rotate to the left. Left knee to the side ribs. Inhale, right arm up, and then cactus. Take that left knee up as high as you can along with the right elbow, the counterbalance. Continue to draw the navel in, engage that outer hip muscle. 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, you lengthen, and then exhale, set it down. Take your hands about 2 handprints up, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back into your first downward dog. Spreading the fingers, finding your foundation, rooting down through the entire hand, and pushing away, wrapping the upper arms in. Lift the hips up away from the wrist, and inner thighs spin back as you bend the knees slightly. Ezra is going to take us to the next round.
What's up, guys? Wow, it's a lot of pressure. And is such a good teacher. She really teaches the cat and cow like so well. Like very detailed which part of the spine to move first. But hey guys, you just gotta flow. You gotta be yourself. Bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, roll forward. Stack the shoulders over your wrist. Find a good position here. Press down evenly through the hand. Front 2 knuckles, press a lot there. The thumb side. Imagine that the center of your palm is hollowing out against the ground. Feel the navel pulling towards the spine, and then lean the shoulders forward very slowly. Elbows towards the ribs. Start to drop the chest lower and lower and lower. Press back up to plank. And then chaturanga slowly all the way to the floor. Untuck your toes. Just lift the chest up a little bit. You can walk the hands forward. You're going to lift the feet off the ground. Engage the legs. Just lift the feet. Exhale it down. Keep your forehead towards the ground. Lift the feet again. Try to lift the feet nice and high. And then just hover the hands off of the ground. Shalabhasana. Keep the back of your neck long. 3 breaths in. Exhale it all to the floor. And then bring the hands beside your chest. Stack the elbows over your wrists. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale up, cobra. A little bigger this time. And think about sending the shoulder blades away from the ears towards the hips. Exhale the chest back down. Really engage the legs. Inhale up, cobra or upward facing dog. Lift the knees, shins, thighs off of the mat. And then pull the hips up and back to down dog. You can lock your stance out a little bit. Bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, roll the body forward. Bring the right knee into your chest. Step the right foot through. Drop your back knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale here. Allow the shoulders to relax. You can even reach the arms a little bit forward, especially if you start to feel really tight here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open twist towards the right. Get long through the fingers. And then inhale, center. Exhale the fingertips to the floor. Wiggle the right toes forward and just straighten your front leg. What is this? Ardha Hanumanasana?
Ardha Hanumanasana,
Yeah.
aka half monkey.
Half monkey, yep. You guys know about the Bhagavad Gita?
See, you get the jokes online too.
Yeah. Hey, inner thigh, right inner thigh back. Pull the toes towards your face. There can be a slight bend in your knee. You're on the fingertips. Inhale, get long through your spine. Exhale, draw your forehead towards your shin. But really try to keep the length in your back.
You could use blocks here, but right now I didn't bring my own, and in light of what's going on, we'll use our fingertips.
Guys, you know, it's really beautiful to have a yoga practice kind of with no blocks, just your body. Like, it would be nice. Some days you need them, but the coronavirus, right into your front knee, it's holding us back, guys. Bring the palms aside the legs. Press down in front of the feet. Draw the navel in. Pull the right heel towards your butt. Roll your body back to down dog. And then bring the left knee into the chest. Roll the body forward. Drive the knee towards your chest. Press down. Step through low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale. Feel like the left inner thigh is moving a little bit back. Always working to square the hips off to some degree in neutrally rotated poses. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open twist towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale the fingertips to the floor. Wiggle the left toes forward and then just straighten your front leg. Slight bend in the left knee. Get long through the spine. Exhale, maybe you fold a little bit into your leg. There can always be a little bit of movement in your practice. It is good to hold still, static poses, but I found really just a little bit of movement can add a lot to the overall mobility.
If you want to get a little bit of a piriformis stretch,
Dang.
again.
Come on, you can't just show them on one side.
No, but I mean, you could add this. You could rewind this video.
Rewind it, guys.
You're gonna, from the hip socket, turn as you exhale over to the left, and maybe feel that sensation deep in your inner glute. But be slow and use your breath, even with the inhales, bringing it in.
And just bend into your front knee. Press the hands down. Pull the left heel towards your butt. Roll back, down dog. Walk the hands all the way back to your feet. It can be a hip distance or maybe even a little wider. Keep the bend in the knees. Allow the crown of the head to reach towards the floor. You can grab the elbows, maybe the palms are on the ground. Ragdoll, Uttanasana. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale your hands to the heart center. Did I rush you a little bit, Anne?
No, I'm just slow.
Step your feet to the top of the mat. Half sun salutation. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the floor. Just fold back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, the hands to the heart center. Take a soft gaze over your fingertips.
No, but we're going to break it down.
Okay.
You break down this part.
Yeah, guys, this is the correct way to do Surya Namaskar arms.
I don't know this, but John.
Yeah,
taught.
John Gatos, Heather Senegar actually, but
So you're going to start in Tadasana.
Tadasana.
So root down through all four corners of the feet.
And that can mean like big toes together and the heels a little bit out. That's very traditional. But it might be nicer to have them just hip distance.
Or also we can say what four corners of the feet are.
Yeah, the
so
four
it's
corners.
the big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and both sides of the heel. So as you root down through all four corners, you rebound up all the way up to the crown of the head, lengthening the spine. Your inner thighs spin back as you lift the frontal hip bones and draw your navel in. Palms are going to be towards the front of the room. Maybe soften your gaze or close your eyes. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. And just take a moment to connect to the breath. Because you're going to use this breath to guide you in the Surya Namaskar A. Ezra.
Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. If it feels okay on your neck, you can look up. And then exhale, swing the arms down and wide. Try to keep the hips over the feet as you drop your head down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, get long. Exhale the hands to the floor, bend the knees. Step the left foot back and then the right foot back, plank pose. Lean the shoulders forward, elbows in, Chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here in down dog.
And as you take those breaths, you're going to continue to press down through the entire hand. Wrap those upper arms in and lift the hips up and back away from the wrist, creating that energy line from the wrist to the top of the hip. We're quite serious. So as you inhale, you're going to look at the top of the mat. Exhale, bend your knees. I'm going to step to the top. Ezra's going to float. As you inhale, you're going to lengthen your spine. Pull the sternum through. Take the shoulder caps back. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, arms rise. Maybe taking the palms together, gazing up. And then exhale, hands down to heart center. That was 1 round of Surya Namaskar A, so we'll do 2 more rounds.
And we did the last part wrong. Arms go like this. But hey guys, no one's perfect. Coronavirus, you can't be doing this with the coronavirus crowd.
Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, leading with your chest, fold forward. Halfway on the inhale, palms come to the mat. Step your right foot back, then the left. Shift your shoulders past your wrists as you exhale down, Chaturanga. Flip the tops of the feet. Inhale into your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath. Maybe moving around, trying to find your foundation. And then once you do, create that lift. Wrap the upper arms in. And just breathe.
If you're interested in jumping to the top of the mat, it doesn't need to be this motion where it's just like this big handstand. I really want you to think about pressing down through the hands to straighten the arms. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your thumbs. Think about jumping further than you need to. Start to exhale. Step or hop to the top of the mat, jumping through the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, the hands to the heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bring the right hand to the left wrist. Inhale. Exhale, pull a little bit over towards the right. Ground down through both feet. And then inhale, center. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Get nice and long here. Exhale over towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, the hands to the heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the floor. Vinyasa or down dog.
Again, you guys always have the choice just to go straight to down dog or have the knees down for your chaturanga. It's your practice, it's your breath. Only you own that. So quiet with no music.
You're doing good, Ann. You're doing good. 2 rounds serious?
Yeah. So we're going to pick this up. We're going to do it by breath. Inhale, look at the top of the mat. Exhale, bend your knees. You're going to step or float to the top. Inhale, we lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise, Utthita Hastasana. And then exhale, hands to heart center, Samastihiti. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway on the inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, float through your vinyasa, exhaling to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath here. Tap into the breath. Again, the breath is what's going to guide you. First comes the breath, and then comes the pose. Inhale, look at the top of the mat. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull the sternum through, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise, palms together, down to heart center as you take us on the next one.
Drop your arms alongside your body. Inhale, knees bend, chair pose. Lift the fingers up. Think about hinging the hips back. And the center of the knees could go over the center of the feet, really. Trying to send a little bit more weight to the heels. Inhale. Exhale, legs straight, hands to heart center. Drop your arms to Tadasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. And you could be on the fingertips for a moment. And then lift the heels off of the ground. Palms to the floor. Knees to the triceps, the elbows, or maybe the knees go wide. Lean the body forward. Lift one foot, flex it. Lift the other. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, Bakasana, 2, Vinyasa, or down dog.
Again, you could just shoot it back. Float through your vinyasa, but if you want a little challenge, you can do that.
Bring the right knee into your chest. Roll forward. Right foot replaces the right thumb. Spin the back foot 60 degrees. Right thumb hooks the right hip crease. Come up on the left fingertips. Pull the chest forward. Press down through the right foot. Reach the left arm overhead. Reach the right arm overhead. Inhale, reach up. Look up towards the ceiling. Tap the palms. Hands to the heart center. Exhale, vinyasa or down dog. You can always add or remove arm balances throughout your practice. After your vinyasa, draw the left knee into your chest. Step through. Spin the back foot 60 degrees.
Ooh.
Left thumb to hip crease. Right arm reaches forward. Left arm. Inhale, reach up.
Sorry.
Look up towards the ceiling. Tap the palms. Exhale, vinyasa or down dog.
I don't know if I can do my left side.
And this arm balance right here, this is called Ekapada Bakasana. It's all about stacking the left knee on the left elbow, pointing the toes. And then, hey, you're about to fall, you just shoot it back and flow through.
It's just like that, guys.
Just like that.
3 cycles of breath here. Begin to warm up your body. Again, connect to the breath as we begin to warm up. Inhale, look at the top of the mat. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, shift back into your Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, rise, palms together. Woo! Down hard center. I'm like out of breath from one. Inhale, hips go back, hinging at the hips. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. From here, you can go into your vinyasa, or you can plant the hands down under your shoulders. Heels come up, knees go to the tricep, and then start to shift forward into your chaturanga arms. Maybe one heel comes up, maybe the other. And then if it does, shoot it back. Inhaling into your back bend, and then downward facing dog. One breath, you step the right foot forward, the left heel spins down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, vinyasa. Or, again, add or remove anything you want in your practice. It's your practice, your breath.
Guys, I'm trying to do a floating chaturanga, but don't try this at home.
It's always fun to be playful in your practice. As long as you don't hurt yourself.
Always try to be playful whenever you practice.
Again, in your downward dog, I just wanted to remind you to continually lift the hips up and back. Press down through the entire hands. Woo! All right. Go ahead, you do the next round.
Inhale, knees bend, look forward. Exhale, lightly step, or just hop to the top of the mat. And then inhale, halfway lift, get long. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, legs straighten, Samasthiti.
We'll do one breath by breath, no adding. Inhale, shift the hips back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the chest through, take the shoulder caps back. Exhale, palms to the mat, step or shoot it back into your chaturanga. Inhale into your cobra, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. As you exhale, the right foot steps forward, the left heel spins down. One breath, rising up into your warrior one. Exhale, vinyasa. Again, it's your breath, so as you exhale into downward dog, the left foot steps forward, right heel spins down, one breath, rising up, warrior one. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa.
Ooh, that is a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. Okay, you done with that one, or you done that one?
Lift your right leg up. Turn the entire right foot open. Lift it up nice and high. Press down through the hands. Bend the knee. Open the hip. Flex the right toes. Bring the right knee all the way to the right elbow or right tricep. And then bend your knee. Open your hip. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the knee into your chest. Step through warrior two. Inhale. Rise up.
You're gonna find your foundation. So front heel to either back heel or back arch, and then that back foot can be slightly turned in, or it could be perpendicular to the side of the mat. You're gonna have a deep bend in the front knee. Actually, I'm gonna walk around some breath. The deep bend in the front knee, and make sure your knees stacked over the ankles. Press down through your front heel. As you use this outer hip muscle to release it back, so you're firming it back and in. And then you're pressing down through the outer edge of your left foot. Engaging that entire leg as if you're pressing that thigh back. Lift the frontal hip bones up. Draw the navel in, up and reach through the fingertips. Think of the action of reaching through the fingertips rather than holding it up. Pick a point of drishti, your gaze, and then just breathe. Maybe when you inhale, breathe into the back ribs and feel the back of your spine, or your spine lengthen, as you keep those front ribs softening down to the frontal hip bones. Take a few more cycles of breath. Maybe bending a little deeper. Bend a little deeper. Flip the right palm towards the ceiling. Inhale, reversing your warrior. And take it up towards the ceiling rather than back to get length on both sides of the body. Good job, Ezzy. Bend a little deeper. Where are we going from here? What pose did you want to do?
Inhale, warrior two. Exhale the left hand to the floor. Pivot the feet all the way over to side plank.
Okay.
And just know that you can always take the left knee to the ground. Especially if the wrist ever starts to bother you, just take the knee down. But if you feel all right today, you can have the feet staggered, right foot in front of the left. We're going to reach the right arm overhead towards the front of the room. And then we're going to do something Ann taught me the other day. And we're going to pivot over onto the toes to three-legged plank. Draw the belly in. The feet can be a little wider than usual.
Try to lift the left side hip as you reach through the right fingertips.
And bring the right hand down to the ground. Draw the left knee into your chest. Left knee, left elbow. Lean forward. Ekapada, Bakasana.
I don't know where the heck he's coming from.
Vinyasa down dog. Woo.
Ah! You gotta do the other one.
Lift the left leg up.
You did? Oh, okay.
Turn the entire left foot open. Lift it up nice and high. Bend the knee. Open the hip. And then draw the left knee all the way to the left elbow or left tricep. Inhale up and back. Exhale, draw the left knee into your chest. Step the left foot through. Spin the back foot flat. The back foot will be turned in just a little. And really try to have your feet in one line.
I always have trouble with my warrior two. I feel like I'm always having trouble with it.
Ann has a really good warrior too. Everybody always wants to fix what they're working on, right? And know that if you ever need to modify the pose and the back knee starts to feel weird, you can take a little bit of a bend in it.
I'll do that.
Really emphasize pressing into the left heel to engage the left outer hip. Think about stacking your shoulders on both hips and then getting long through the fingers. If the neck ever starts to bother you by looking forward, you can just look to the side of the room.
That actually helps you turn your left side chest further.
True story. Guys, it's a true story. And then we're going to go 3 more breaths. So wiggle the left toes forward and then bend into the front knee a little bit more. Keep on lifting the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Press down through the left foot and the right. Turn the palms up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale here. Get length through both sides of the waist. So lift the right side ribs up and then lift the left side of the heart up even more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Right hand to the floor. Pivot all the way over to a side plank. Vashisthasana with staggered feet, or maybe do, what is this madness in? Vashi, what is this, Vashi 3?
You did an external.
Ann is very fancy with her
Shut your
yoga
mouth.
practice. I am more of a simpleton. Move the left foot forward. Reach the left arm towards the windows. Just breathe here. Pivot the toes all the way over. What is this, 3-legged plank? And maybe, we didn't do this quite on the other side, but if you're lucky, bring the right knee to the right elbow. Hold here in this 3-legged plank. Left hand to the floor.
This
Lean
guy.
forward. Ekapada, Bakasana. 1-legged crow. And then just vinyasa down dog.
What? Okay, so we're gonna show you this, the faster version, so you can click it. You flow with your own breath. So starting from downward dog, you're gonna inhale, take the hip stretch, take it forward, right knee, right tricep, take it back up. Take it forward, right knee to center, draw it in, right foot steps forward, up into your warrior two. Hold here for 3 breaths. Press down through the front heel, use that outer hip, release it back. That's all I'm gonna say. Flip the right palm up, reversing your work. Keep the deep bend in the knee. Find length on both sides of the torso. Take your right hand down. Left palm meets the mat. You're gonna take your Vashisthasana, side plank. Have it staggered this time. Reach to the fingertips. Right hip comes forward. Lift up on the left side. Then you're gonna roll over the toes into a three-legged plank. Reaching through the right fingertips. Lift that left hip up. Take the right hand down. What did you say? Then the left knee, left elbow. I don't know why you want to do this here though, because we didn't work the left knee.
It's okay, guys. Lean forward. Akapala.
Okay. Okay.
Both sides gonna get work because we're doing it on the
Okay.
opposite side. You feel me?
All right, left leg raises, take the hips, stretch. See, I would take it here, left knee, left tricep. Take it back, take the stack. Then the left foot steps forward. Warrior two, find your foundation. Align, then stabilize, then elongate. 3 breaths here. Reach to the fingertips. Left palm, inhale up, reverse the warrior. Deep bend in the knee. And then exhale, take it down. Right palm to the mat, plug that shoulder in. Roll over to the outer edge of the right foot. Inside of the left foot. Reach to the fingertips. You're gonna take it up and over as you lift that right side hip. And then you're gonna roll over the toes into a three-legged dog. Try to lift that right side hip as you reach to the left fingertips. Pull the sternum through, gaze it down. Woo, fuck, I can't talk. Left palm comes down. Right knee comes in into your Ekapada Bakasana. You can take that how many rounds you want.
Or you can just take child's pose. Guys, take 3 breaths in child's pose.
So in child's pose, you're gonna shift your big toes touch. Knees are gonna be mat width or however you can spread them. You can have your arms alongside your body or up towards the top. With each inhale, feeling the coolness. With each exhale, so maybe sinking your hips back and your chest down to the mat.
Reach the arms overhead, lift the hips up, tuck your toes, down dog. Step the left foot to the center, bring the right knee into your chest. Press down, round the upper back. Step the right foot through, crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up. Exhale here, get nice and long. Have a big bend in your back knee. Try to bring the back heel over the ball of the foot. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lean your chest a little bit forward. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit towards the right.
Continue to press down through that right heel and release that right hip back. Take another inhale to lengthen, and then revolve that left side chest towards the right as you exhale. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, maybe hands to heart center hooking. Or if you got crazy ass abs, you could stay there. Or you could be like Ezra and do an arm balance. Or you could even take the left knee down like I like to do. But keep working with each breath. So each inhale, lengthening the spine. With each exhale, revolving that left side chest towards the ceiling. And continue to draw that right hip back using those outer hip muscles. What are we doing? I guess we're going back up.
Inhale, center, crescent lunge. Exhale the hands to the floor. Step back, vinyasa, or just move straight to down dog. Bring the left knee into your chest, roll forward. Step the left foot through. Inhale up, crescent lunge. Drop the back knee a whole lot. Bring the heel over the ball of the foot. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Inhale. Exhale, lean your chest a little bit forward. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Inhale, get longer. Exhale, twist a little more. Maybe the hands come to heart center.
Or maybe your back knee drops.
Yeah. Maybe you don't even arm balance.
Whatever you do, you're pressing down through that through the left heel, and continually release that left hip back. That's going to allow you to find more twist, forehead towards the prop wall. Keep tapping into the breath.
Inhale, center, crescent lunge. Exhale, the hands to the floor. Vinyasa, or just go straight to down dog. When you get to down dog, we maybe are gonna jump through to seated, and let's really try to keep the hips lifted off the floor as long as possible. So either just make your way on your back, however is comfortable, or take the hands really wide. Inhale, knees bend, look forward. When you jump, you're gonna cross your shins. Exhale, step, jump through to seated, all the way down onto your back.
Mm-hmm. From here, yes, we'll go through some back bend. Take the soles of the feet to the mat. They're gonna be hip distance, parallel, and toes are faced frontwards. Maybe take your palms down, or you can take them to the sides of the mat and feel like you're pulling them apart as you take the shoulder pads down and expand at the chest. Press it down through the heels and inhale, hips come up. Inner thighs spin down as you lengthen your tailbone towards the front of the room. That allows for the knees to draw together if you're splitting. Expand at the chest, drawing the shoulder blades together. And press down through the back of the head, creating that space between the chin and the chest. Take a few breaths here. And it's more about not the height of lifting it, but of how you can get the bend in your thoracic. Slowly take it down. Oh, it's recording?
Yeah.
Okay, so go through either 2 more bridges, or you can, if you're warmed up, you can go into Urdhva or wheel pose, or any deeper back bend you do in your practice. Or you could even just take a block beneath your sacrum and just relax down and breathe.
If you have really tight shoulders, but you still want to try wheel, the setup for it is going to be you bring the fingertips above your shoulders and go for really wide arms. You're going to have the feet hip distance apart, press into the feet, come up onto the top of your head. Make sure your framework, your foundation with the hands is good, and then press into the hands to lift the upper back up. Keep on sending the chest towards the back of the room. Breathe here for 3 breaths. And then just exhale it slowly.
Chin to
the
chest.
floor. And doing the next wheel?
No, I'm not. You know, I hate back bends. From here, we need to release the lower back. You could bring your knees together and walk your feet out mat width or further. I learned this from our mentor, Calvin, aka Calv Monster. Interlace your fingers on top of your stomach and then take it up and over, palms towards the back, and then reach as far as you can while walking your feet as far as you can with your knees together. You get a little lower back release. And that's really important after you do back bends. From here, walk it back. Hug your knees to your chest and just rock side to side or in circles. If you took the circles, other way around. And then from here, rock 2 to 3 times until are on your butt. You want to do more of a twist, or do you want to do just Janu? We'll do Janu Sirsasana. So sole of the right foot into the left thigh. Ground down through your sit bones and just really root down before you get into it. Inhale, rise, finding length in the spine, and then slight turn to the left as you lead with your chest folding forward. You could use a strap, or you could have a slight bend in that knee. And again, continue to breathe, and at the cool downs, you could either release any breath control you're practicing, or you can have your exhales be twice as long as your inhales. Slowly walk it back down, extend both legs forward, and just take the left sole of the foot to the inner right thigh. Again, root down through the sit bones, rise up, lengthening the spine. Slight twist to the right as you exhale, leading with your chest folding forward. Again, everyone is different. Use a strap if you need. Have a slight bend in the knee. And always connect to the breath. Slowly walk your hands back. Extend both legs forward into Dandasana. And I like to give my students a little bit of a chest stretch at the end. So walk your fingers back, they're gonna be face forward. And then root down through the entire hand. Take the shoulder caps back, expand to the chest, and maybe take your head back. If you want a little bit more, you can do it, Ezzy. You can lift the hips, and the soles of the feet are gonna be down to the mat. Or you could stay here. You're gonna push down through the heel, lift the hips up, expand at the chest. And then slowly take it down. Walk your hands back to center. And then you're gonna inhale, arms come up. Exhale, leading with your chest, fold forward. Again, strap, like bend in the knees. Again, it's your practice. Oh, you know what I forgot? We didn't do, my bad, we didn't do a hip stretch,
don't worry, just skip it. John needs to clean it.
Okay. Slowly walk it back. And then if you're at the middle of the mat, just come forward, have your knees flat to the mat. Arms come forward, and then draw the navel up and in. And then slowly work your way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. So lumbar, all the way up, maybe rounding. Ooh, it's kind of hard. From here, hug your knees to your chest. One last time, maybe bring your forehead to your knees and balling up into a tight ball. Take an inhale, and then exhale. Release into your Shavasana. Feet are gonna be splayed out, palms towards the ceiling, allowing your body to melt down and soften, surrendering, and relaxing your breath. Okay, so go through either 2 more bridges, or you can, if you're warmed up, you can go into Urdhva or wheel pose, or any deeper back bend you do in your practice. Or you could even just take a block beneath your sacrum and just relax down and breathe.
If you have really tight shoulders, but you still want to try wheel, the setup for it is going to be you bring the fingertips above your shoulders and go for really wide arms. You're going to have the feet hip distance apart, press into the feet, come up onto the top of your head. Make sure your framework, your foundation with the hands is good, and then press into the hands to lift the upper back up. Keep on sending the chest towards the back of the room. Breathe here for 3 breaths. And then just exhale it slowly.
Chin to
the
chest,
floor.
surrender. Whew.
And Boo doing the next wheel?
No, I'm not. You know, I hate back bends. From here, we need to release the lower back. You could bring your knees together and walk your feet out mat width or further. I learned this from our mentor, Calvin, aka Calv Monster, interlace your fingers on top of your stomach, and then just take it up and over, palms towards the back, and then reach as far as you can while walking your feet as far as you can with your knees together. You get a little lower back release. And that's really important after you do back bends. From here, walk it back. Hug your knees to your chest and just rock side to side or in circles. If you took the circles, other way around. And then from here, rock 2 to 3 times until you are on your butt. You want to do more of a twist, or do you want to do just Janu? We'll do Janu Shirsasana. So, sole of the right foot into the left thigh. Ground down through your sit bones and just really root down before you get into it. Inhale, rise, finding length in the spine, and then slight turn to the left as you lead with your chest folding forward. You could use a strap, or you could have a slight bend in that knee. And again, continue to breathe, and at the cool downs, you could either release any breath control you're practicing, or you can have your exhales be twice as long as your inhales. Slowly walk it back down, extend both legs forward, and just take the left sole of the foot to the inner right thigh. Again, root down through the sit bones, rise up, lengthening the spine. Slight twist to the right as you exhale, leading with your chest folding forward. Again, everyone is different. Use a strap if you need. Have a slight bend in the knee. And always connect to the breath. Slowly walk your hands back. Extend both legs forward into Dandasana. And I like to give my students a little bit of a chest stretch at the end. So walk your fingers back. They're going to be face forward. And then root down through the entire hand. Take the shoulder caps back, expand at the chest, and maybe take your head back. If you want a little bit more, you can do it, Ezzy. You can lift the hips, and the soles of the feet are going to be down to the mat. Or you could stay here. You're going to push down through the heel, lift the hips up, expand at the chest, and then slowly take it down. Walk your hands back to center, and then you're going to inhale, arms come up, exhale, leading with your chest, fold forward. Again, strap, like bend in the knees. Again, it's your practice. Oh, you know what I forgot? We didn't do, my bad, we didn't do a hip stretch,
don't worry, just skip it. John needs to clean it.
Okay. Slowly walk it back. And then if you're at the middle of the mat, just come forward, have your knees flat to the mat. Arms come forward, and then draw the navel up and in. And then slowly work your way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. So lumbar, all the way up, maybe rounding. Woo, it's kind of hard. From here, hug your knees to your chest. One last time, maybe bring your forehead to your knees and balling up into a tight ball. Take an inhale, and then exhale. Release into your Shavasana. Feet are going to be splayed out, palms towards the ceiling, allowing your body to melt down and soften, surrendering, and relaxing your breath.